Good morning, my dear friends. It's an absolutely gorgeous Easter Sunday morning. Happy Easter, happy Passover, Felices Pascuas a todos. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it just makes me feel like there's a lot of great fishing in our future. We've already seen some. I'm going to cover an exceptional bite on board the Freedom. More bluefin tuna starting to show up. Barracuda starting to pop into the count. Sam de la Torre down there at Island Fishing Tackle in Carson, California, is going to have an exceptional tackle tip for you bluefin guys. One that you're going to want to hear, not in this episode, but coming up shortly. I'll explain as we go along. Easter's such a great time for hope, and for fishermen, we're hoping for lots of fish. I remember my time in China, how special that was, teaching kids there about Easter, and you're really not allowed to talk about Easter in a religious context there, or you're going to end up either getting thrown out of the country or who knows, maybe in a re-education camp. But in China, I remember specifically little Cindy and her first Easter egg hunt. That was so much fun. It was such a great time, and I look back at those moments with a lot of love. Great times indeed. Elizabeth Gutierrez Johnson, she works down the street here at Big Fish Bait and Tackle, and of course you go in there for your tackle and your bait needs and everything else, but Elizabeth also has a deep Christian faith that she's going to share with you all today at 12 noon right here on the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Check it out, see another side to Elizabeth, and if you happen to be grieving, you've lost a loved one, that's what she focuses on. She's been through it herself with her mother, so that's what she's going to focus on, helping you get through those moments when everything seems like it's dashed. It's just the worst time of your life. You've lost someone you really love. So check that out, 12 noon today, and you'll be able to participate. You can drop a comment to Elizabeth. She'll be responding to you if you need some help, more information. Make sure you check that out. All right, last night I was bumping around this beach like a nutcase, aimlessly walking around in the dark, stubbing my toe several times, and I was looking for Grunion. Here's a little bit of how successful I was. Big bright full moon this evening. I wonder if there's any Grunion out there. I've been walking for about 15 minutes, and so far, no, I don't see anything. Ocean's starting to come up here. I do see, though, there's two big birds right up here in front of me. They don't look like, oh, there's a ton of birds up here. There might be something going on up here. Let's go check it out. All right, I think I'm going to take that half-mile walk back toward the house on the beach here and see if I can find any Grunion up the other way. It's almost Easter Sunday. And please, on YouTube, leave a comment if you found Grunion last night, because we're starting to roll up on midnight, and that is about all I can take. All right, everybody. See if I can find some on the way home. All right, time to throw the towel in. Still was nice. Nice, lovely walk here at midnight, almost Easter, so I can say happy Easter early to everybody. And I'll be back in the morning. All right, let's get to the big news, and that is the Freedom with an excellent bite yesterday out of 22nd Street Landing. I talked to my dear friend Tino Valentine, the captain of the Freedom, last night, and Tino was walking on cloud nine. He officially announced the beginning of the 2022 season. I have to concur. Those were big yellows on board the Freedom. I asked Tino last night, hey, are they biting the 50-pound? And he seemed to think they would have been biting on the tie-up ropes. It was really good, and a big flash of fish there at the gray in the morning. That's the way to start a trip off. Right in the morning hours, those yellows really starting to bite. 20 to 25 pound fish. Had one in the upper 30-pound class, maybe up to 40 pounds. Really great fishing on the live squid, and this bodes well for the future. The Freedom is an exceptional boat with an exceptional crew. They also had a really nice big halibut last night, so that was excellent to see, or I should say yesterday, up there around 25 pounds. You can see Gary holding that fish up on the gaff. Really big, beautiful fish. And again, this is all part of what I've been talking about for a long time. That squid that moved down from Monterey into the Channel Islands principally, but also Catalina and surrounding areas. That has been a magnet all winter long, and now we're moving into the spring, and it's going to pay off in big dividends. Mark my words. Freedom, Tina Valentine, all you guys who are on board with that very special Easter gift, man, my hat's off to you. Let's get this season underway. It's really looking good. Heavy string, big hook. They were biting it, and that's my kind of fishing. I love fishing 50-pound with a nice big 5-0 hook, a couple of live squid on there, and wham! Big time bite on the Freedom, and hopefully it's just a sign of more great things to come. That Ensenada Bluefin Tuna is slowly but surely, for the sport boats that is, starting to come back up to around a fish per rod. We'll be back to limits here probably this week. The big area of bluefin still there, no question about it. Why did it slow down? Well, remember that blow we had a few days ago? It just reduced water temperatures, but that is starting to recuperate. It's starting to get back on the bite, and it's really been good. There's nighttime fish, there's daytime fish, there's private boater fish. Brandon Cassar sent me these photos. Look at those nice big BFT. A couple of friends of his were trolling well short of Ensenada. They were north of Ensenada, I'm guessing about 10 miles or so by the way they were talking, and they had those fish on the troll. And Brandon asks and wonders why we're getting so many bluefin tuna on the troll now. A lot of his private boater friends have been coming up with fish that way. So once again, this is another great sign. This wind goes away, we're going to get on that bluefin, and who knows where that's going to show up next. Could be here at Catalina Island, could be at Clemente, could be out there on Tanner Bank. We'll get a very good feeling of that here as boats continue to get out and continue to take a look around so many different areas. Sam De La Torre over there at Island Fishing Tackle in Carson, California. What a great shop that is. Highly recommend you stop by. Such a friendly atmosphere, always there to help. But Sam's going to be here tomorrow with a tackle tip on bluefin tuna that you need to hear. It will really help you catch more fish. It'll save you a couple of bucks, but it's so efficient. It's such a great tip. Can't wait to have that for you here tomorrow. All right, up and down the coast on the twilight trips down there in the Newport area, those guys are catching most of the time limits of sculpin at night. Great fish taco material. Some big sand bass, not a lot, but picking away at that stuff. So that's really good news. And elsewhere, you know, we're seeing rockfish and other bottom grabbers to help fill the sacks. But we continue to see a little sprinkling of barracuda from down below the border, down there around Ensenada, all the way up to the Channel Island area where there's been more barracuda taken. So that is another great thing, springtime thing, a La Nina thing. We have cooler water this year. We have more anchovies, and we're hoping and keeping our fingers crossed that a barracuda bite, a sustained barracuda bite, a bite that lasts for a while, is in the offing, is in the very near future, and we are hoping that is going to be the case. If you want to learn how to catch barracuda on the iron or anything else, remember our May 15th special gathering, a jig fishing workshop. Will be over at Marine Stadium in Long Beach, California from 8 to 11. The gates open at 8, so no need to get there too early. Once again, it's for absolutely everybody. If you're a novice angler, we've got the pros there to show you how to cast, to get you into it gently. We even have spinning rods and reels for kids to learn and get the idea of how to make their jig swim properly and how to make the perfect cast. We'll go through all of that for you. If you're an intermediate, well, then we've got great practice for you. You know, Jeff over there, Jeff Yeomans at the 540 Slingers Club, put it best to me yesterday. He said, you know, golfers go to the driving range, baseball players go to the batting cages. This is what we do as fishermen to up our game and become better jig fishermen. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That is going to be on May the 15th. We'll be over there at Long Beach Marine Stadium. And once again, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have free raffle prizes. We're going to have a paid raffle prize also. And we're just going to have a great time. And if you just want to come by, have a cup of coffee, talk to me about our charters, the charters that we have left this year, or anything else, please do that. We will be ecstatic about that. Back to that Barracuda, back to that anchovy. It's all part of a La Nina, and so is the possibility of albacore. We have our albacore forecast coming at you next week. I was wrong last year, predicted a good run of albacore. I thought that was going to manifest itself, but unfortunately, after we made the prediction, the water went to warm. We had one fish on the new low end. I remember Sean Hardigan, who runs the Mission Bell, snapped that photo. He was walking by to go run his rig out and catch some bluefin that day out of Point Loma sport fishing. Sent it to me and said, here we go, here's your albacore. And I kind of thought, yeah, here we go. And then zero after that. So we'll have our albacore forecast, and not only will we have a couple of pros making the forecast, not only will I come on and make a fool of myself again this year, but we'll have the average man making comments about whether they think there will be albacore this year. So I am excited about that, no question about it. The Grunion run, observation only, goes on again here this evening. So if you want to give it a try, you can. And please drop a comment here on our YouTube channel. Did you see Grunion last night? Because as you could see earlier in today's report, I wandered around aimlessly praying for Grunion, and my prayers were not answered. All right, folks, it's a gorgeous morning. You know, when I first walked out here, I saw all kinds of those little white birds, kind of barracuda birds, picking in the surf, picking. So there's bait here, and high tides in a couple of more hours. So I am thinking, what a perfect way to start my Easter Sunday off, other than spending it with you. But right after that, come out here and see if I can't catch a fish or two. That should be really, really fun. Remember, if you want to join us for a charter, the Pride trip is selling out. That's our next one with availability. That is July the 5th. I'll be there to shoot a video. Make sure you're having a great trip. It should be a lot of fun. And if you want our entire charter list, well, please, just text that number right there. Ask me to send you the charter list. I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Ventura Sport Fishing up there, they are continuing to make progress. They've got those local boats, the Island Spirit and the California, and they're having really good bottom fishing right now. Perfect way to introduce kids or family members to this great sport that we all love so much. So have a great Easter, my friends. We'll be back with lots more. Leave a comment. Please hit that like button and subscribe to Friedman Adventures today. All of your efforts are deeply, deeply appreciated. Once again, happy Easter, happy Passover, Felices Pascuas. Take care, my friends.